And like Coach says, you never know until you play the game. But when we play, you could tell everybody felt fresh. The week really we needed that. We came back from back-to-back games, and I feel like it was much needed for sure.
I agree.
Well spoken, man.
Back of the room.
Jarkel, you guys did a really good job kind of containing Couture, especially off the ball. How big of a point of emphasis was that from coach and the staff?
We watched film on them. Like Coach said, they made a lot of threes at home against Florida State, and especially him. He's a really good player. So, man, we try to contain him, try to make things difficult for him, and they worked out tonight.
Middle of the room.
Coach, did you do anything different offensively versus the first time you played Tech, or was it just hot shooting today?
Well, I thought we shared the ball. I told these guys at halftime, I thought it was only 2 possessions where I thought we dribble. But for the most part, we shared the ball. I thought EB, career high in scoring today, did a great job because he rim ran. He did a good job of setting great screens. Give him a lot of credit. I thought our guards played great. When you look at T had great numbers and Jarkel was really good. I thought EB did a good job of getting those guys easy shots by his screens. We had more ball and player movement, I thought, than we did in the first game that we played.
Third row right in front of me.
Coach, you mentioned how well you enjoyed the defense you guys played against the 3-point against Virginia Tech tonight. Do you think that's going to be the key for you guys to kind of get back against Clemson tomorrow night? And I have a follow-up question for the players.
Yeah, it's it seemed to be we're playing a lot of teams that can shoot the 3, and that must mean our league's got a bunch of 3-point shooting teams. And the key to any of our teams or in our defense, we've been really good and selfish defensively guarding the 3-point line. So in order to advance, we would have to continue to do that.
Players, how much are you guys looking forward to getting another chance against Clemson, especially with the way the last meeting went, in your home finale at PNC?
It's motivation for sure.
I agree. It's motivation for sure. We don't want to lose 3 times. You know what I'm saying? So be ready to hoop.
Front row.
Jarkel, I know Coach always tells you to tune out the noise, but I'm sure you've heard and seen all the things about bubbles and net and metrics and all that. Do you feel like you guys made some kind of a statement tonight with not only by winning, but by winning the way you guys did?
Most definitely. I feel like we're a team that can go far in March in the NCAA tournament. But like you said, Coach tell us to focus on the next game. So that's what we're doing.
To our left.
Kevin, Terquavion had kind of an uneven February. How much do you feel like, the month off did him, or the week off did him some good? And just what did you see from him that let him have such a great game tonight?
Yeah, I thought everybody in the country worried about Terquavion Smith except for me. I never, I didn't bring him in my office. We didn't talk about anything. Obviously, the great thing about him is he's got short-term memory, and he can miss 10 shots and then make 12. He's just that type of player. And, these guys know that they have freedom, and I let them play. And so I knew at some point he would have a breakout game.
Middle of the room.
How you doing, Coach?
Hey.
Your backcourt combined for 50 points tonight. How important is performances like this from your leaders on the team?
Yeah, they were tremendous. Guard play takes you a long ways. And I thought those guys were really special tonight. Jarkel and T, they complemented each other. We haven't had a game probably like this where they both were on in the same game. They've had good games, and then one guy was okay, and then another guy would have a big game. But, as we talk about all the time, I tell them to see what you're capable of. When those 2 guys are playing great together, then they're really tough to stop.
Any other question? Up to our left.
Jarkel, for you, like Coach just mentioned, you and Terquavion both going really well tonight. How much fun is that when you guys are both going like that and you can kind of play off of each other together in the backcourt?
Man, it's really fun, man. Terquavion is a superstar, man. I love playing with him. His energy, he's unselfish, man. Probably one of the selfish superstars I ever been around. And, man, we love each other. We always talking out on the court, off the court, seeing what we're doing. And, man, it's fun.
front row.
Kevin, DJ only played 15 minutes, I think, today. I know that's not what you wanted, but in the great scheme of things, if you have to play 4 games in 4 days, how much does that help in keeping him fresh?
Well, the fortunate thing or unfortunate thing about when you're playing a tournament, in every situation, some of your better players are not going to play well all the time. Sometimes that can be a blessing. I thought EB did a great job when DJ didn't have the best game, but we're going to need everybody in this tournament. And that's why I wanted to play the bench as much as I could, just because it's a long week. In order to move on and advance to the next game, you got to have everybody ready to play. And I've talked to EB about staying ready, and I thought he did a good job. I didn't realize this until I'm just looking at this. Jarkel, I didn't know he had 20 points and 10 assists. That's pretty doggone good. Starting to play like me a lot.
I knew that.
With the 20 points, not the 10 assists, though.
Yeah, I know I had 9 assists in the game.
Yeah,
I was trying to get that 10 assists.
you were?
Yeah,
You got it.
I know.
Right. Okay. I don't mind when a guy's chasing a stat. It's assist. I would have had problems if he told me he wanted to get 21 points.
No.